Welcome back to Le Podcast de Philippe. You know we like to stay ahead of the curve, and today we're diving into Amazon's huge push into AI with their new models, Amazon Nova. By the end of this deep dive, you'll not only know what makes Nova special, but you'll also understand how it stacks up against its rivals like OpenAI and Google.
Right. And we're going to explore what Nova's availability means for businesses right now and what it could mean for individuals like you down the road.
We're also just a few subscribers away from reaching 1,000 on YouTube, so if you're enjoying the show, hitting that subscribe button would really help us out.
Absolutely. Now, Amazon is best known for its e-commerce dominance, but they're now making waves in the rapidly evolving AI landscape, which is pretty fascinating.
It is. So what is it about Amazon's approach to AI that makes it stand out, would you say?
Well, they're really focused on making cutting-edge AI accessible, not just building powerful AI, but making it something that many can use.
Okay, so let's unpack that a little. They've got this whole Nova family of models.
Yep.
We've got Micro, Light, Pro, a Premier model that's, on the horizon, and then Canvas. So what's the deal with all these different models? Why so many?
Each one caters to specific needs, you see. Micro, for example, is designed for speed and cost-effectiveness. It's great for text-based tasks. Light can handle a wider range of input, images, videos, that sort of thing, but it keeps costs down. Then you have Pro, which is the real workhorse for high-performance stuff. It's multimodal.
Okay, so like different tools for different jobs.
Yeah.
But how do these models stack up against the big names in AI? I mean, can Amazon really compete with OpenAI's GPT-4 or Google's Gemini?
That's the question, isn't it? But benchmarks show that Nova Pro actually outperforms GPT-4 and Gemini on quite a few levels.
Really?
And here's the kicker. Amazon claims their Nova models are at least 75% cheaper to run.
75%, that's a massive difference. How are they able to offer that kind of pricing advantage?
Well, Amazon has this huge cloud infrastructure. They've got the economies of scale to really drive down costs. This makes Nova a pretty compelling option for businesses, especially if they're, worried about the initial investment.
It makes sense. So we've got cost effectiveness, but what about speed and power? How does Nova handle information compared to the competition? Because that's crucial.
Well, on that front, Nova Pro processes information nearly twice as fast as GPT-4. It's got a larger context window as well. That basically means it can analyze more input at once, which leads to quicker results and more comprehensive insights.
So if I'm understanding this right, you could feed Nova an entire research paper and it could give you instant analysis.
You got it. That's the power of a larger context window.
That's pretty impressive. So cheaper, faster, and it can handle more information. What's the catch? Is there anything Nova can't do?
Well, as of right now, individual access is still limited. Nova is mainly available through Amazon Web Services, their cloud platform. It's more geared towards businesses and developers at the moment. So, yeah, it's not like you can just download Nova on your phone and start playing around with it. Not yet, anyway.
So no messing around with Nova for the average user like me. For now, it's for businesses. How are they actually putting Nova to work, though? What are they using it for?
Well, we're seeing it pop up in all sorts of places, really. Like in e-commerce, for example, it can help create personalized shopping experiences. And in customer service, it can provide instant and accurate support. It's even making its way into creative fields to, generate some pretty high-quality content.
So it can do marketing copy and things like that?
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. Nova can analyze market trends, personalize campaigns, even write compelling ad copy, all for a fraction of the cost of traditional methods.
That sounds incredibly efficient.
Yeah.
But what about the ethical side of all this? I mean, there's a lot of concern about AI replacing jobs and being used for, less than savory purposes.
Yeah.
How is Amazon addressing that?
Well, they've built responsible AI features right into Nova.
Right.
These features include watermarking, which helps ensure transparency, and they've got content moderation in place to prevent it from generating harmful or misleading stuff.
That's good to hear. Sounds like they're taking steps in the right direction. So let's say a business wants to get started with Nova today. What would that even look like? What's the process?
Well, Nova's available through something called Amazon Bedrock. It's a platform on AWS that lets developers easily integrate these AI models into their applications. Think of it as a one-stop shop for AI, all in one place.
So even businesses that aren't AI experts can use it.
Exactly. Amazon's trying to make this as easy as possible for businesses of all sizes to jump in and start using AI. They even have consulting partners who can help with implementation and pre-trained models that can be customized for specific needs.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, we haven't really touched on Nova Premier. Is that the top secret project in the works? What can you tell us about that?
Well, Premier's still under development, but it's going to be a game changer. It's designed for complex reasoning tasks, stuff that even the most advanced AI can't really handle right now. Think of it as the next big step for Nova, pushing the boundaries of what AI can do.
So like next level AI. Okay, so back to the models that are out right now. How does a business figure out which Nova model is right for them? Because, I mean, there are a lot of choices. It could be overwhelming.
It all comes down to what they need it to do. If a company mostly needs quick and efficient text processing, for chatbots or summarizing documents, Micro is a great fit. If they want to work with a mix of images, videos, and text, Leet's the way to go. And for businesses that need, top-of-the-line performance for those really complicated tasks, well, Pro is their best bet.
And for the creative folks, there's Canvas. Makes sense. So Amazon's basically covering all the bases here with these different models.
Yeah, they're catering to all sorts of needs and budgets with this approach. It's pretty smart.
It's really impressive to see how Amazon is using its experience in e-commerce and cloud computing to make such a big splash in the AI world. I mean, it seems like just yesterday we were talking about AI as this far-off thing, and now it's like, it's here.
It is. And what's really exciting is that Amazon isn't just building AI. They're feeding it with tons of real-world data from all their different operations. This data is key to training and refining these models, making them more powerful and adaptable over time.
So it's not just the algorithms, it's the data behind them that's making a difference. That's where Amazon's resources really give them an edge. But what does all this mean for, the average person? When are we going to start seeing Nova's impact in our everyday lives?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? Right now, Nova is mostly focused on businesses, but there are huge implications for individuals down the line. I mean, as Nova gets even better and more accessible, we could see it in all sorts of everyday applications. Imagine your smartphone giving you real-time translations or a personalized news feed that's, tailored to your interests.
Yeah, it's like, it sounds futuristic, but it's not that far-fetched with how fast AI is advancing. And I mean, Amazon is in a pretty good position to make this happen with their reach and data, right?
Absolutely. And let's not forget about healthcare and education. I mean, think about AI tools that can help doctors diagnose diseases earlier, catch things sooner, or, how about personalized learning platforms that adapt to each student's learning style? That could be huge.
The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. It feels like we're really entering a new era where AI is going to change everything. But, and I think this is important, with any powerful technology, there are downsides. There are things we need to be careful about. What are some of the ethical challenges that we need to think about with AI?
Well, first and foremost, we need to make sure that AI is developed and used responsibly. It should be a tool that helps us, not something that replaces us entirely. And we have to watch out for bias in these algorithms. We need to make sure AI is fair and doesn't discriminate. Transparency and accountability are crucial to making sure these tools are used ethically for the good of everyone, not just a select few.
That's a really good point. It's exciting, for sure, but we need to be smart about it. So before we wrap up, let's quickly go over what we've learned about Amazon Nova. Give us the rundown.
Well, Nova is a very powerful and cost-effective suite of AI models that's already making a big impact. And the fact that it's available through Amazon Web Services means that businesses of all sizes can get access to cutting-edge AI. And I think as Nova continues to evolve, we're going to see it change various sectors, and eventually it's going to have a pretty profound impact on our everyday lives.
It's been a fascinating look at Amazon's entry into the world of AI. We've learned a lot about Nova's capabilities, but also about its potential to really change things up. What were some of your key takeaways? And what questions does this raise for you about the future of AI? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Head over to our YouTube channel, Le Podcast de Philippe, and leave a comment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button while you're there. We're just a handful of subscribers away from that 1,000 mark, and your support would mean the world to us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those minds open.